each and every time if the midfielders open up the wings like that, I think they have a pretty good chance of playing that, because right now what we see here from Nepal is that compared to the match against Maldives, they are playing with a very high line. So each and every ball that is played back to behind the defenders, that will be an added advantage for the Sri Lankan wingers here, especially players like Kavindo Razik and also Dilon Da Silva, speedy players. They can have that advantage and trouble.
They need the delivery from central midfield. Like just now, what we saw from Marvin Hamilton, who spread a long pass through to release Dilon De Silva, which created that chance. I think Sri Lanka will be looking to get more of that.
There's foul from Charita there. Vishal Rai going to take the free kick.
It's a corner for Nepal. Nepal have not really been able to engage their midfield yet.
For now, Sri Lankans are doing very well in the midfield, not giving more chances or more time or space.
They're winning the battle in midfield for sure.
The corner from Vishal Rai. First, it wasn't that much a good attempt from Sujan Pereira, but he came back, and the second one was okay. That was poor defending from the Sri Lankan defenders there. Dilon Da Silva again. Vishal Rai this time was there. Chamira, nicely done. Tavindo Ishan, Hamilton, Dilon Da Silva, Shivan on the wing. Chamira to Shivan, Dilon Da Silva calling for the ball. It's still Shivan there. Claiming for a free kick, but referee says play on. Shivan knew that, and he was there, back on his feet as soon as he could. Razik, foul from him. That was very obvious.
It was another good run from Dilon De Silva, and then
Shipan was there. Was hoping that he could get a penalty, but Ananta Tamang was very careful there. Very precise on his tackles. Ananta Tamang, this time Chamod was fouled by midfielder Tej Tamang.
As we talk about tournament history, Sri Lanka, of course, winners in 1995, but since then they've not really been, they've not really done well in this tournament. Made the semi-final a few times, so not yet made this final since.
Yeah, that was the time in the early 90s. Sri Lanka was known to be a superpower of this region, along with India, Pakistan, but on the early 2000s, they had dropped especially the local league has dropped so much that they didn't have much of technicality and their players that resulted in their poor performances in SAF Championship. I still remember the time that 1997 that Maldives won against Sri Lanka in the semi-final of SAF Championship edition. That was a huge mess there. That was the most disappointing defeat for them during that time. Chamod trying to get the ball. Suman Aryal clears the ball. Sri Lanka gets their first corner kick.
Back then it was a surprise that Sri Lanka would lose to the Maldives, but since then Maldives have gained the upper hand on them, won most of their matches against Sri Lanka.
Easily with huge margins. Last time that these two teams faced Sri Lanka and Maldives, that was on 2018 edition. A 0-0 draw was there, but Maldives has been very dominant against Sri Lankan opponents, and Sri Lanka
would have felt hard done by in the last edition though.
Dilon Da Silva controls the ball outside the box. Goes for the goal. It's over the bar. Good effort from him.
Dilon Da Silva looking lively. Think he'll play a key role tonight for Sri Lanka.
So far, Sri Lanka are doing way better than the favorites before the match are surely the Nepal, but Nepal has been poor with their passing, poor in the final third, and most of the times defending against the wingers they are not doing so well. Chamod.
Sri Lanka would have felt hard done by in the last edition. They were level with Maldives in all factors, points, goals, everything, but they lost the drawing of lots.
Yeah, it was decided by the coin toss during that time. But that charm changed the fortune for Maldives, and
Maldives are going on to win the championship.
Boy Chand, most experienced player on this Nepali side. Sumanaria. Anjan Vista from distance. Not on target, not so precise. They're not getting enough spaces behind the Sri Lankan defense to put a ball on their wingers or go behind them. And
Nepal also have a lot of speedy players, but not been utilized very well so far tonight.
Sujan Pereira from the back. Dylan Da Silva trying to go for the ball. Charita clears it. Ananta Tamang. Oichan. Tej Tamang with the ball. Trying to find his players. Calling for runs. Gautam Shrestha. Vishal Rai lifting the ball inside the Sri Lankan penalty area. Chamod was there. Again, Chamira looking for the ball. Nicely done there. I think the defeat against Bangladesh has turned all these young blood of the Sri Lankan side more, because the effort they are doing and the amount of commitment they are putting into each and every challenge shows how much they need this year.
You definitely would hope so. I think it was a painful defeat for them to lose by penalty. I think even their coach would like a reaction from their players tonight.
And they are doing exactly what needs to be done. And again, Kavin Dushan is the casualty here. 2 consecutive fouls on him. Kavin Dushan doing so much on that midfield area, troubling all the midfielders of Nepali team, giving them a tough time right now. Full credit
It's
to
an
him.
opportunity for a good ball through.
Okay. Trying to cross the ball. Oh, that was a poor pass from him. Charita trying to get the ball. Holds Anjan Vista. Surely a yellow card for him. Surely a yellow card for him. You can't deny that. Anjan with full pace and power trying to release has Abbas screening the ball.
We're expecting a physical game. That's the first yellow card for a player tonight. Second?
Yeah, first yellow card for the Sri Lankan player, second yellow card of the game. Suman Lama was cautioned for a foul on Kavindu Ishan on the midfield. And we have seen one card shown to
The
the
Nepali
Nepali
coach.
coach. Yeah. Gautam Shrestha switching play to Anjan Vista. Nicely done there by Mohammad Akib. Akib is doing well there against this speedy winger Anjan Vista.
I think Sri Lankan defense have handled the Nepali attack very well tonight. I think they've kept them silent.